feel like there's a very obvious right thing for him to do. So I'm waiting to see if that actually comes through.
Okay, I am with the woman of the hour. Robbi, there has been so much rampant speculation, so much going on in your world in the last few months, and you've really been an open book to everyone, which, from the standpoint of the media, I just want to thank you for that. And so the HCL just released, Hustler Casino Live just released the findings of their investigation. For those who missed it, they found no cheating, no evidence of cheating. So I first of all just wanted to, get your response to that.
Yeah, I mean, needless to say, I'm totally relieved. It was one of those things. It's like, how long is it going to take, and how much longer do we have to go? But there's a lot involved, and I really did admire the fact that they put a lot of work into the thoroughness of the investigation, and really did do what they said they were going to do. So it was nice to get that final result, but I already knew that was coming. And I just think that it just feels like a different time in my life now, where I can kind of mentally move forward. I was already physically doing it. I had the support of many people worldwide, which I have said to multiple. I was even just like writing statements to a bunch of newspaper sources that were reaching out, that without them I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I feel like I'm here and I'm out and I'm doing my own thing, but like mentally there's like, when's that investigation to close, and people that are still speculating. So it does feel like a massive like chip on my shoulders has been released. So it's nice to just be in a different phase to see where it goes from now on.
People come with the pitchforks. I think we've seen this happen a lot of times, but it was interesting because I actually thought that even the momentum from the general public and the perspective of the media really sort of took a shift there at some point.
It was one of the most disheartening things when I feel like it was shifting in my direction, and then the Brian thing happened. I can never say his last name.
Neither.
Where he like took my chips, and then that still was like, it took people back, and I just felt like I just felt like defeated at that point. Like I just couldn't win, and all these weird coincidences were happening, and they were really just coincidences, and they were just working against me. And I'm like, when am I going to get some kind of relief? But I think just me being out there and kind of just, I had nothing to hide, and for me, I just needed just that one like crack in the door to get back into the world of playing poker. And then I realized that like, this is what I'm going to do. And there was life before the hand and life after the hand, and life after the hand can look a lot like life before the hand, except now everybody maybe just knows me as somebody, so I can't really hide from any place. But I don't mind that either, because at the end of the day, I think that that incident probably sends a message to at least the world that, at first I thought it might be a negative one, but I think it's more so like it's kind of inviting more recreational players to come out and just maybe just say hi and do that. And we do want to expand the world of poker. So in that essence, I'm trying to see the positive in all of this.
It's something I wanted to ask you about also, which you really just touched on, which is I think a lot of people's natural reaction would have been to sort of step back. Maybe it's a lot to come back into the world, and especially now everyone knows who you are. I'm sure everyone's playing against you slightly different, talking to. So, I commend you. I think it took a lot of courage, and it's great to see you here. But how has it been to have to just be talking about this and
everywhere,
dealing, all the time?
I feel like a broken record sometimes, and but it's like one of those things. It's a little corny and cheesy when somebody wants to take a photo and stuff, but I let them do it. It is what it is. There's some avid watchers of live streams, so to them it feels like they're seeing somebody huge, regardless of whether that hand went down or not. So I'm just embracing it, because there's nothing else I can do except do that. And then furthermore, just sitting at the table and talking about it, I just kind of got used to it. I just sit down and I'm like, okay, guys, let it out.
Yeah, let's just do it.
What do you guys want to do?
Okay, Jackpot, let's talk.
Let's talk it, girl. And then it's just one of those things. Well, you already stand out as a woman in this industry, and so then now you have like a face that might be a little unique. So yes, it's I just kind of gotten used to it. But eyes are always on like the only few women in the room anyways. Yeah. So I guess I had a little practice.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that you've had plenty of practice with eyes on you. I finally just wanted to ask you, and this may just be like, dead to you at this point. Maybe it's just over, but you very famously in the beginning just offered to give all the money back to Garrett. I think just wanted to like move on. And now at this point with this sort of vindication, do you feel like you want it back, or is it just kind of like, all right, it's over?
I feel like there's a very obvious right thing for him to do. So I'm waiting to see if that actually comes through. And if it doesn't, I know there's some actions my legal team would want to do. So I have to kind of have that conversation now with them. This obviously just happened in the middle of the game. I was walking down when it was released. So it's one of those things where I'm like, we do have to discuss that. I always like the amicable route. As you can tell, I just want everyone to be at peace. But I do feel that there were certain actions that took place that day that need to be amended. from certain individuals, and we'll see what their response will be before I decide what to do next.